Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and today WTF is Monsters on Board. Now this is finally being greenlighted by the team here, as it's been developing and really matured now in its campaign and looking really cool, so let Lipstickpaddy, our host, take you through the Kickstarter. Lipstickpaddy, are you there? Please take it away. Oh, Monsters on Board. I've been looking at this one intently, and we finally got it greenlit here on the channel, as four of us finally agreed we should take a look at it as, I'll tell you why, as we go down. But, a beautiful box cover here, and we can see the expansion box here, the Monster Mixer. All good. Now it's doing great. 2,000 backers, props to the team here, wow. And with 9 days to go, I'm sure that it might do a little bit better, but next week is going to be outrageous on Kickstarter as the big bombs are dropping. The nuclear bombs are coming in, which you'll see. Don't like to mention other Kickstarters while I'm doing these. But anyway, this is a solid game, it really is. I love the art style, it's wacky, it's fun, it's humorous, loving it. Love the car with the bent wheels. Now, coming from Final Frontier Games, which is Macedonia, Eastern Europe, Central Europe, and it's actually pretty cool. Now, the thing that first drew me in is the giant player boards each person gets. It's just huge. It really is huge. And there was like 3 green lights, and the fourth green light hit from my wife as soon as it unlocked that this massive board would be dual layered, because she hates big boards with pits flying about. So with it being dual layered, this is the luxury my wife looks for. So she's like, oh, it's really important now. And what's also cool is that on your turn, when you're rolling the dice, you put them in this little dice mobile, and these cars actually drive in. They're going round like a roundabout, and it's nice for the cars to move around. And you can kind of look across the board and see what dice are remaining. Hopefully that dice will come to you as it goes around the carousel. But great theme. It's good theme, good to see here. And you've got 2 sides basically to the player board. You have the dice here that you're trying to put in a certain arrangement to fulfill a certain goal. And on the right here you've got these enemies all in a little bit of a race coming through here, so it is very nice indeed. Beautiful custom dice, really like these. I love the symbols on them. You've got the little pumpkin, the feet, the zombie hand maybe. Am I just making this up? It's all pretty cool. Now, I do like everything I see here, and all nice and colourful. Nice and pretty. The Ophia mobiles, I'm calling them dice mobiles, but whatever you want to call them, they look really good. And these jack dice coming out, they might look better if they're translucent, or if the 6 was a spider or something, just to make them a bit more custom. And this bag is saying, wait for us to stretch goal this to put our logo on it, isn't it? It's just a bare bag with an obvious coming soon if it gets successful look on it. And nice ghost tokens. And really, it's kind of impressive as we go down. The scoring markers are pretty bare, and it's this point where I'd go, even stickers that you put on yourself just to make these look better would be better than these, because they're so vague, aren't they? And it almost retail looking, so something needs to change with these markers. Anyway, the standees are, they're not too bad for the minimum pledge, but if you go deluxe you get some minis, but they're looking kind of cool, aren't they? And the minis look weird, don't they? And I like these monster minis that we're getting in games. I love it because when you're doing a monster as a mini, you can really push it out there and be a bit more fun with it. If you take a look at the Monster Slaughter, what they did with their minis, it's kind of what they're doing here. So much character that you just want to paint these and make them look funky. And you can really go crazy with the colours on the monsters, just to be more fun and all that stuff. Anyhow, we've got everything's impressive on this Kickstarter. It really is, and with it blasting through its stretch goals now, it's doing really good. So we're getting the boxes becoming more customized now, linen finish, cards getting linen finish, UV spotting on the box, dual layered board. It's in heaven now, isn't it? You look at the great first player marker, that looks phenomenal. And more content coming into the game, which is great. And this backer built module here, excuse me, that's great as well, because they've got community involvement here. But the acts are like the expansion box, which are kind of different kind of games that you can mix into it. One of them's like a murder mystery, and it's kind of it's not just something that's going to change the game. It's going to be something that actually adds a new mechanic in the game, which is nice to have those variants. And this is definitely like a good October Halloween game you can be playing. And with the 4 acts now, you could potentially be playing this all October. So it's not too bad. It has the legs, and yeah. So as it's coming through, I think it'll blast through these stretch goals. It's looking a really fun kids game, and you know, it's going dual layered, and it's a shame they can't update their visuals showing you the new stretch goals to update what they've got going here, because it would really sell it if we could see it with that as well. I think it'd be nice if we got some UV spotting on the board, right, just for the water effects, and maybe some of the shiny bits that are on the board, like the lanterns and lights and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm a dreamer. I'm always a dreamer, aren't I? So yeah, it's a very good game where you've got like the race, you've got the dice placement, the dice collectibles, and changes up with the modules, and the gameplay looks really fun. The videos all show it off really well. Radho loves the game. He really loves it. Definitely go and watch his video for more in the game, but I'm just here to really tell you that this is worth looking at, right, because it's such a novel Kickstarter that's come out, and it's with the Kickstarter at the minute swimming with retail due to Essen and Gen Con being cancelled. We're getting a lot of sub $50 games, which, you know, you can't harm them coming to Kickstarter. But anyway, so these are kind of the different modules you can put in. The murder mystery one certainly has that kind of Halloween nice feel. A graveyard bash and dinner party. Are you going to entertain your friends? That sounds cool. And the dinner, you've got monstrously picky eaters at a diner, so kind of fun and funky. And the expansion box is a very light price as well, so that's pretty cool. Expansion box, the generic cube bag. I mean, where's the stretch goal to put a logo on these bags, peeps? What's going on? You've got the bar and dinner cards for that module, and unpainted meeples, boo-hoo, and just wooden cubes. And as you go through, like these are kind of for the murder mystery, where you've got the victims cards and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I'd say though, if you go for the base, you're okay. The module set add-on isn't too shabby, but you know, it's like you get a good deal if you put them both together. The 89 deal, you make a good saving, and that's kind of my recommended tier, because the expansion box, like I say, it gives you good replayability throughout. And shipping's decent, you know, $36 for the maximum shipping is not too shabby. So that's fairly good. And excuse me, it's a nice small indie team, but it looks like a cracking Kickstarter. It really is. Let's just jump up to the top. When are you due? So it's next June, and I don't know about you, but most, if not all, of my Kickstarters that I've had over the last 3 years are all delayed, that I've not delivered yet. They're all delayed because of COVID. So estimated delivery for next year, June, is potentially just an estimate, big estimate, because there's such a big backlog of printing and all that jazz that China has to do. So take that with a pinch of salt is my advice. They're doing a $1 pledge, which is great as well if you want to spread your budget, because it's second half of September is going to be crazy. It really is going to be crazy. There's a little FAQ here, and you know, the big question is, how long are your pledge manager going to open? They say 3 months, so it's going to carry over to Christmas, which is nice. You know, it's not coming out until June, they're saying, so they want to close up the pledge manager 6 months before, which sounds a little early. It's a shame that it couldn't go into maybe March or something like that, but that's the way they're being honest here. They want to close it early. And yeah, they have been doing the updates. You've got the you know, solo mode's been talked about in here, which is cool. The social stretch goal, smashing the goals, and all that stuff is pretty nicely updated from the team. And with 2,000 backers, not even many people coming in for the comments to say hi. You know, get in on the comments. Make these bags have logos on. They're just a bare bag. And those wooden tokens need stickers at the very minimum to make it look less retail. But yeah, it's got 9 days to go anyway, so we do wish it luck. And hopefully it'll go past 150k and all that jazz. But Monsters on Board looking like a cool dice drafting game. Really does look cool, with some new mechanics and fun minis or fun standees, fun little carmobile moving around, and everything's colourful light and all that jazz. And it says 12 plus, but I'm pretty sure most parents, you know, it doesn't look too complex, and you could probably get an 8-year-old playing this game no problemo. And it's a 60-minute game too, so it doesn't it's not a big long game that kids are gonna get a bit, I'm a bit bored of this one. So yeah, it's got a good time on it. So yeah, Monsters on Board looking like a cool Kickstarter, especially for parents that want a game for the Halloween season, with modules for replayability. Oh, it's looking great. Monsters on Board, we highly recommend it, we really do. And we may be $1 pledging it and seeing how things go, because there's some big monster Kickstarters coming up before the end of the year. Absolutely, watch this space. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe if you've not subscribed on the channel. We do try to focus on all the fresh and interesting Kickstarters out there. And just like Monsters on Board, we really wanted to wait before it had matured to a stage where the pledge looked really exciting, and it really has opened up to be like a great Kickstarter luxury upgrades that it has been getting. So yeah, totally cool. Monsters on Board. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.